and it done it again. At least taking it from this factory to the other factories just takes time. It's not going to be hard. Nope. That's the one I want. It sounds like an explosion, but that's just the sound of doing things that I'm needing to do. Other people I've watched have said that loading up like that sounds like gunshots. And in multiplayer, you could be one side of the map and another person loads something onto a truck the other side of the map and you still hear it. A bit crazy. One streamer I'll watch play this, he plays with 3 of his mods, and whenever one of them loads things onto the truck, he always goes, "Who's been shot this time? Who was shot this time?" Okay. I'm guessing it's still like that in multiplayer anyway, because that streamer was playing the game as it got released. I think he even had early access to it. The devs gave him a key. Gave him and his friends keys to be able to play multiplayer like a week or 2 early. So that may be patched out. Perks of being popular or well-known streamer. That's enough for 2 of them. I believe. Oh, it would be nice. But at this point I don't ever expect to be that big. It's like 90% of streamers never make much from streaming, never make a living from streaming. That's the wrong side of that post, but I didn't get damaged, so it's all good. And like another 8-9% only make the bare minimum to be able to survive from streaming. And then the last 1-2% actually make decent livings from streaming. Kind of. It's a lot because the whole virus situation, people lost their jobs, sitting at home and all that. They all of a sudden had the time to do something new, and streaming was something new that a lot of people started doing. One of the people that I had subbed to me last month, she pretty much said that she's now retired and wanted to pick up something new, so she's only very new to gaming as a whole and likes to going around to different streamers and support them, subs to them and gift subs and support small streamers and streams herself. Ouch, I lost the tyre then. Stop loading those. There we go. I'm not close enough. I'll repair the tyre on the twin steer. Well, couldn't quite repair all the suspension damage. Move this out of the way. There we go, ready for the next trip. I don't think streaming was even a thing when we were back in high school, this type of streaming. I think Twitch as itself has only been around maybe 10 years. But back then it had a different name. It wasn't called Twitch at the time. And that was pretty much one of the first game streaming sites, I believe. It is so frustrating that the camera does that. When I activated the contract I'm on, I was thinking, oh, that doesn't look too much. And now I see what I'm having to do. It's gonna take a long time. So I've got enough metal beams here for half of the rail sections I need. I think Yeah, I've only got 2 more metal rolls there, so I've only got enough to make 1 more metal beam. Therefore, I'm going to need to grab more. There's 15 metal rolls there. And why are you going to that one? I want to see that spot, Hangar B. There, 10 metal rolls there. That'll be enough. I do still have fuel on the roof of this, so I'll be fine. Actually, I don't need to be bringing this. I could just be using the twin steer. You can. I'll drive in. I'll recover this time. I'll do some of it now. It's actually pretty decent in first person. We've got the whole cab, you can look around. Each truck and each vehicle looks different from the inside, sounds different. I want to be turning left there. Yeah, you do sit in the left side, so I wish you could choose which side of the truck you sat on. When you're off-road, it gets a bit bumpy. Which is why I don't really use this view while streaming. Yep, one button, you can switch between them. If you've got a trailer on, you can also switch to following the trailer as well. Now you are pretty restricted on what you see in first person as well, so you do see more around you in this view. Like in first person, I missed the corner that I wanted to take. I'll jump into the bandit there and show you. So I can have that view, follow the trailer, or in cab. The same button switches between the three. You can. Like, I've got the mouse there, I can look around like that, or in this view, got the mouse, or I can click and look around. But you can also use the D-pad to look around as well. Which is how I was looking around in the cab earlier. With the D-pad. As you complete certain contracts as well, you might see buildings being built, or certain tasks have you building bridges, and you actually watch the buildings get done and bridges get built and all that. I probably could do that, but at the same time I just use a picture of myself for my Twitch profile. If I had an actual logo, then I probably would look into it. But since I don't really have a theme for my channel and don't have a logo or any of that, it makes it hard to even think of what emotes I want to use. Or not necessarily what emotes to use, but what style to have them in, what to have them look like and stuff like that. I'll check how many I have in here at the moment. I currently have 8, so I need 4 more. I have thought just to have a cartoon version of myself, but I've tried making my face into a cartoon version, and it was not good. So if I was going to do something like that, I would need someone else to first design it, and then I'd be able to probably make emotes myself from the original design, but I can't design it in the first place. I've just missed the corner to pick more up. I need to get more metal rolls. What I would like to see is traffic and road rules in this. Yeah. That would just it'd just make it feel more like it's a real world. If you're playing it solo, you have the people giving you contracts and giving you tasks and stuff, and supposedly talking to you when you complete them, telling you what a good job you've done and how much it's helping them, but you never see another person. There's never another vehicle on the road. It just doesn't really feel right. You're just sitting, you're just delivering things in a completely empty world. If you had people walking around, if you had other vehicles, you have the feeling of you're actually helping others repair the place and fix the place up and get it back into livable condition and places working again. No. The closest to any human model is you can have arms in the vehicle. You can put a person in the cab. But there's no other people in it at all. You never see another person in the game. I think I've got 2 left here, and I only need 2 more metal beams of this one. Yep. So my next trip I'll only need 2 more metal rolls. So in the settings, I think it might be game. Hide driver's hands on. You can turn those off, and in game, when you're in first person, you've got the driver's hands. but they're pretty terrible. For that last little bit, I wasn't moving at all. So pretty much the first thing anyone does turns those off. And I think that's the extent of a model of a person at all. When the game first released, you didn't even have the option to turn those hands off. In first person, you were stuck with those hands on. So I'm definitely glad those hands are off now. Or you have the option to turn them off. How is it 8 o'clock already? I'm not too sure if time itself is science. But it doesn't feel like it should be 8 o'clock. What do you mean, turn around? No, I've gone the right way. Pretty sure. So now I have 10 metal beams, which will make 5 rail sections, and I need 6 rail sections. You're probably thinking I needed to go back into where I was getting the metal rolls from. I only need to go in there to collect the metal rolls, then I go to the other factory to make the metal beams, and then I bring the metal beams here. Oh. Yeah. You were thinking I needed to go back to the factory over here.